I think that one of the things that's just really important for young dancers, for parents of dancers, for emerging choreographers to engage with is having knowledge, right? I think that there's this whole aura about doing it for art's sake and it's a passion project. And so you can hear the sarcasm sneak into my voice as I'm talking about this, right? Passion projects are great, and dancers and choreographers and creatives should still be compensated for them. You should be passionate about your work, and you should be equitably compensated for it. So one thing is just knowing what companies pay their dancers. What is the balance between artistic compensation and dancer compensation? Where do choreographers fall in that range? How does the endowment affect whether or not the dancers are paid a living wage or a 32-week contract versus a 42-week contract versus a 52-week contract? How do all of these affect whether or not you are going to be able to thrive in an environment, right? If you are only contracted for 26 weeks, what are you doing for the other 26 weeks of the year? How are you going to maintain? Are you going to have to maintain two households? Are you going to have a apartment in one place and live with your parents the rest of the time? Are you going to have a whole second job, right? So understanding all of this information, the more information that you have, you may make the same decision, right? As an 18-year-old, you may be like, I don't care, I just want to dance. Okay, that's great, but make that decision with knowledge.
In the essence of knowledge is power, I also think it's really important to not only have a financial insight into like where you're going to be sustainable and where you aren't going to be, but even if the company is financially able to give you a lifestyle that you feel is favorable. There are other factors as to why you may not want to join a company. And I think our other resources, like we've been talking about research, but it's only one of our four pillars. We also have our programming initiatives and advocacy campaigns and resources. There's checklists for people who are choreographers, how to build a resume, how to expand your network, how to beyond the data that we present, which is really helpful to support these arguments. I think they're just personal interests that are available through looking at our other efforts. That's what it's for, to like really find people and find connections that aren't easily accessible, even just generally through social media. So those are other ways, I think, to use our platform to help women build their careers in a way in which is favorable in all areas.